Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for those of you that watched my last video, thank you. But I lied, not at the time. At the time it was absolutely true. The next video was not going to be an unboxing. Exhibit A. We have a box that needs to be opened or unboxed. There's always a story. We have Miss Alma BB in the background here, just sat there looking very pretty, and why will become clear in just a moment. So this is Miss Alma BB, for those of you that don't know, that I bought from Drop One. So I picked her up in early January. So this was Drop One of the 20th year anniversary of Takeshi Murakami and Louis Vuitton. Here she is in all her beautiful glory. And when I got her, and there's some other items I got as well, absolutely the white multicolour was where my heart was. It's where it had always been. Some years ago, I think it's July 2021, I bought a vintage Alma PM, the one with the zip pocket on the front. But I then sold her on. I was fine with any of the Vachetta aging and stains, and I did a bit of a little makeup. I gave her a little makeover basically, and she was evened out. But there had that, so below you had the zip pocket sort of there-ish, and then below here you had this weird, it looked almost like lilac splodges. Now this is where I differ to Meredith completely. Meredith is fine with the bleeding. This is from where the red interior bled into the white canvas. I'm not. I wanted to be. But every time I looked at that bag, I just saw lilac splodges and I couldn't move past it. So she had to go. Then when this all happened, I was like, amazing. Went for the Alma. Even better size for me, to be honest. I think the BB as opposed to the PM, because I don't carry as much as I used to. And she comes with a nice crossbody shoulder strap, or you could attach a different strap and actually wear her over the, over the shoulder, shorter, which was harder with the PM. So I bought a lot of white items. The collector in me has gone crazy. I really wanted something from the black multicolour. For those of you that know this channel, you know that I got that. I first started with sunglasses, didn't work out, sent them back for a return. My face was just too small, nothing wrong with the glasses. Then I thought, I know, I'll scratch that itch with a belt. Here is, oh, if I go a bit taller, try to. Here is said belt. Perfect, used the belt, wore the belt, love the belt. A little itchy. So I decided that I needed something from the black multicolour. And then I decided, why not save some money, as well as really get what so many of these Murakami enthusiasts, Louis Vuitton enthusiasts talk about when they talk about the vintage pieces, and that how they're just so much more magical and mean so much more to them. So let's kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, and get a vintage black Murakami piece. That's what I've done. The only other vintage, I bought Pre-Love before. Let's try it. This may take a while. It's been sellotaped very well. The only other vintage bag I believe I own is my Louis Vuitton Keep All 45 in the standard monogram. And I know when I opened it, I'll put a link to the video where I filmed that. And I know, I'm sure I did, I know that for me, how does it open? For me, I just was in awe of that piece. There was something about it, it just felt lovely. I know what Meredith means about the, sorry, I've just done my nails today. I don't really want to ruin them because I don't really enjoy doing it anymore. Maybe my eyesight's going. So, along with everything else. So yeah, so I'm with her in terms of it being, getting the Vachetta redone and it being her stains. I'm all right with it, but I do like to bond with the bag. I do like to sort of, you know, have it as nice and even as possible. I don't like really dark. I like a honey patina. I don't like it really dark. Right. I think we're making some effort. Yes, we are. They've packaged this well. Very stressful this morning. UPS were coming nice and early, and then they just kept sending me, I think they kept emailing me with updates, and a lot of the updates weren't actually an update. And I'm like, stop emailing me and just deliver the damn thing. Anyway, here we go. The box has been glued and stuck. So hopefully this has been packaged well. I will put a link to, I got this from a reseller. Basically, before I open, I saw this bag on Vestiaire Collective. I was having a browse to see different styles and different things and different conditions and different price points. And I didn't want like a Speedy 30 clue. This isn't a Speedy 30, but you could probably tell that from the size of the box. I don't want anything too heavy. I wanted something that I would love, that I would cherish as that vintage piece that would match my belt, but would also be highly functional, because yes, the collector in me has collected, but everything I've collected is to be used, if that makes sense. I haven't collected to sit on the shelf as a collection, I've collected to use. So yeah, the Murakami Monster is not going back in the cave anytime soon, I don't think. We're still going. So packaging, move that over there. This is the, it comes with a certificate of authentication, and this is the shop that I bought it from, the Luxury HQ. They are based in Sheffield in the United Kingdom, so that's up north. But they, I believe from looking at the website, they do ship internationally. So have a look. Like I say, no affiliation here at all. I basically found the bag on Vestiaire, and then when I saw it as a company, thought I'll go to the company direct because I'll probably get a better price because I won't be paying Vestiaire fees, basically. So that is exactly what I did. Yeah, so there's authentication, which I won't show you yet because it's got a picture of the bag on. I want to show you the bag, but it comes with a little authentication. Right, now we have some more tissue, there's some tissue paper. So it's been packaged nicely. I'll also say that all of this happened only yesterday. So I literally was in negotiations with them in the morning. Really nice, responsive, friendly company. And they said to me, great, we'll agree that price. If you want to pay that today, then we'll ship out this afternoon. You should have it tomorrow. Exactly what they did. And it came. There were doubts, but that was down to UPS, not down to, I'll call them HQ, but the Luxury HQ. So it's all come there in nice tissue paper. Got this dust bag. I was worried about the size. Was it going to be too big? But I don't think so. It's actually smaller than I thought it was going to be. A tiny bit, which is good. Not much. How am I going to feel? Right, so here's the dust bag. If anyone knows what this is, like I say, this is vintage, remember? And the size of the bag, if anyone thinks they know what it is, put it in the comment box below. Not description box, that's for me, comments. You can tell I'm excited. I'm like, and I've been waiting all day to open this. Okay. So this is the Eliza. So this, I believe this goes back to 2006, the actual bag, from what I saw from the date code online. It is in this gorgeous black Murakami canvas, which looked to be in good condition. I have seen a minor mark, and there was a mark on the bottom of the shitter they told me about. I also, before I go too far into this and show you all the features, I do want to just have a bit of a shout out, firstly to my dear friend Pamela for putting up with me. Well, to be fair, I think it's where we shop together over WhatsApp. We tell each other what we're doing. But yeah, I was like umming and ahhing. There was this and there was another bag I quite liked. But I thought overall this one's going to be the most functional, the most user-friendly for me. So also a shout out to Meredith, because I was asking her opinion of this. I saw this and I was asking her opinion, and then she said she had a friend who loved it and this, that and the other. So really grateful to that. And also grateful to Meredith on her channel, because for where she does collect a lot of the vintage pieces, she actually does get the vachetta replaced on not all of her bags, but particularly on the white ones. And it's just nice to know that you can do that. And it was also useful to know that you can't do it where the vachetta is stuck, glued at all, only where it's stitched. And she had a bag that had a similar, she hasn't got this bag, but she had a bag that had a similar pocket to this, and that had been done. So I thought, oh good, this pocket shouldn't be stitched, shouldn't be glued rather, because it wasn't in a different style. So what have we got here? It's basically, as you can see, a shoulder bag. More on that in a moment. I will do mod shots, of course. It then has the black Murakami canvas, which feels almost soft but thick. And I think that's what I had from my vintage 45. It felt soft but thick. So we've got a little front pocket, and I'll show you that in a second. Shoulder strap. And then we have, I can tell I'm all jittery, I'm all excited. And then we have the zip opening, and you can see there that the hardware looks to be in pretty good nick. What's the zip like? Nice. I think I will store this with some padding in. I might even use the padding that came with her, just to try and help keep her shape. Other ones I've seen online, I've also sort of done sagged ever so slightly. So if I think I just put a bit of stuffing in, I think that'll be all I need just to help keep her. Then we have the gorgeous Take Note Cherry Release. Microfiber Alcantara interior. Now the black, so you know I mentioned about the white vintage Murakami pieces having that bright, that lovely burgundy red interior, and it bled. The black would have probably been all right because it's black, but it came with like this beige colour. So you can see it's sort of like a taupe beige colour. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good, you know. It's got a slip pocket there with some branding, and mine was made in France. I reckon the slip pocket would potentially take a phone. If not, certainly a card holder, so that's quite handy. And yeah, it's a decent sized space. And then also on the front, we have, again, all lined beautifully. And you can see sort of the paler getter there in terms of what it probably did look like. But again, you wouldn't be able to get a lot in here, but potentially I could get like my travel pass or something. So I'll try that out later. So yeah, that is basically the bag. Now I was wondering how fixed these handles would be. So obviously, well not obviously, but if you can see, all this hardware is lovely and shiny. You can see this is stitched on, but it does have some movement, and that's what I was wondering, was how much movement there was. I'm just wondering if I could multi-strap it, was basically what I was thinking. Probably not actually, it's not going to flop over enough. But that's what I was trying to work out. You'd have to see it would go down like that, but then if you want to use it for the multi-strap, you're going to want the hooks to go up. So it's going to come back up again. So close, but no cigar. But you could flop it down and have it as a little clutch if you wanted to. Let me get a couple of items just to give you an indication of what fits. Sorry, we had a technical issue. So what I was saying was I'll grab a couple of items and I will see what we can fit in here. Now, not mentioned in the description is there are a couple of points of wear to the multicolour. So firstly, here, if you can see it on that little pink, and then also on the back a little bit, at the top there and a little bit at the top there. So it's not focusing amazingly, don't know why. And one of the things I really like about this bag is how these three sections here line up. So I think that's really lovely. And I just really like the black multicolour, the colour against the black, more so than I ever thought I would. Like I said, I've always been a white multicolour girl. If we look here, you can see, is that better? The two together. Let me know what you prefer. Do you prefer white or do you prefer black? That's a general colour combination, not actual bags. Because, I mean, this one is just beautiful. She really is. But I also thought it'd be nice by buying something that was pre-loved as well, and just like a comfy, squishy bag. It might be quite like worry-free as well. I'll grab a couple of things and I'll be right back. So, firstly, I'm going to start with my Kindle. Does that go in? It does. Does it zip with that though? It's a little on the big side. If I put it at an angle, then absolutely that goes in quite easily. But not amazing, but that's okay. I have larger bags. This is just my DIY Studios sunglasses case. That fits in easily. I've got an Hermes mini burn wallet, I think this is. It's not the card holder one. That goes in easily. iPhone, does that go in that slip pocket? Yes. Ooh. Wouldn't if you had the Max. AirPods, if I wanted, they could even go in the little front pocket. So let me just show you what that looks like. Just like I said, just a couple of items that I grabbed really quickly. So there you can see everything in there. Sunglasses case, wallet, and then the phone. I tip it this way, look, it was quite handy at being bright. So that is a standard iPhone that just fits in nicely. And the AirPods are in the front. So let me just do that up. And then I will do a couple of mod shots for you, and then I will leave you to it, because I think the technical issues are ongoing. So yeah. So you could hold it in the crook of your arm. Let me turn you around. So you could hold it just in the crook of your arm there, or on the shoulder. And that is a really, that's where the armpit shot there, but it's just trying to show you how much drop there is. That is a really nice, comfortable drop. If I move back, you can see what it looks like as a whole. Sorry about the legs, I'm just wearing a mini skirt. We've had sunshine today. And there's that clutch option again, should you wish to do that. So I hope you all found that useful. Let me know what you think of the Eliza in the comments box below. And I think she's a great little thing. Like I say, not perfect, but she's, you know, she's nearly 20 years old, bless her. She's about 19 years old. So she's doing really well. And there's something about this canvas that's just really, really tactile. If anyone has vintage bags, let me know. Do you find the same thing, that it's just tactile? I will give her a tight, doesn't need much, but I will probably give her a little clean up. Just put like a alcohol free, so basically a water only wet wipe just over the canvas, give her a little spruce up. But yeah, my new to me, Eliza.